Welcome to International Quickies. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a major development in the context of Pakistan-India relations, especially regarding the recent attack that has sparked serious concerns on both sides. We're here to share the latest information gathered by our research team in the past few hours. This incident reportedly occurred near popular tourist spots like Ansio Lake and Kudapetsar Lake, in what is referred to as the Pahalgam area, known to attract tourists from India and France. A civilian attack occurred, and Indian media claims the assailants asked for tourists' names and religions before opening fire, mainly targeting men and sparing the women. A motorcycle without a number plate was recovered from the scene, and the area was quickly sealed off by security forces. According to reports, the attackers escaped, and no arrests have been made so far. At the same time, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was on an official trip to Saudi Arabia, where he met Mohammed bin Salman. Meanwhile, American Vice President J.D. Vance was also touring the region. PM Modi reportedly cut his trip short and is now returning to India. Without proper investigation, Indian media has already begun blaming Pakistan, with various anchors and defense analysts alleging state-sponsored terrorism. But let's analyze these claims critically. Using Google Maps, we see that the distance from Azad Kashmir to Pahalgam is about 4 hours and 49 minutes by road, a mountainous route under tight Indian military surveillance. If attackers truly crossed undetected, what does that say about India's internal security? There's more. Indian media is dragging Balochistan into the discussion. But the contradiction is clear. When attacks happen in Balochistan, Indian channels glorify Balochistan Liberation Army as freedom fighters rather than terrorists. India has also been linked to supporting separatist movements in Balochistan, especially after the arrest of RAW agent Kulbhushan Jadhav, who confessed to RAW's involvement in sowing discord, possibly as retaliation for Pakistan's alleged support of the Khalistan movement that is related to demand of separate country for Sikhs of India during the 1980s, that has recently came into light after Khalistan referendums. Meanwhile, Indian-Occupied Kashmir remains a disputed region, with over 700,000 Indian troops deployed to suppress local resistance, resulting in mass civilian casualties and daily unrest. On Pakistani media, the Pahalgam attack is being condemned, regardless of who is behind it. Given Modi's track record of using false flag operations to consolidate support among radical elements within RSS-leaning factions in India, skepticism is justified.
No Pakistani analyst is justifying the attack. Instead, they're calling out how such events are used to delegitimize the Kashmiri freedom movement. Let's not forget past incidents.
Comedy and tragedy masks the surgical strike that reportedly killed 4 crows. The Abhinandan episode, where the pilot was captured and respectfully returned by Pakistan. Now, with tensions high, Pakistan's armed forces are likely on alert. No matter the political divisions, when external threats arise, the entire Pakistani nation from Karachi to Khyber stands united. To our Indian viewers, blaming Pakistan for every incident, even when a pigeon crosses the border, is not a solution. Terrorism is a global issue. It shouldn't be politicized. And let's also talk about the radicalization in India, from mob lynchings for cows to religious suppression via bulldozers. There are real concerns that need internal introspection. The real victims of all this are innocent civilians and tourists who deserve freedom of movement, safety, and basic human rights. Subscribe to International Quickies for real updates.